Good afternoon.
So I'm holding the charge of the Superintendent Model J Budel, Chandigarh. In Chandigarh, we have taken up the various skill initiatives so as to promote the skill development in our inmates. We are having the around 1,200 inmates in the Budel jail, which includes females as well as males. Some of them are under trial, others are convicted. So various initiatives have been taken up so as to promote employment in them once they go out in the society. It will help in their post rehabilitation as well. So first we have is this. This is the art gallery which is designed by the inmates themselves. So we have hired us professionals who come daily and they provide training and take lectures of the inmates so that they can learn the modern painting techniques, the various items, decor items they have been prepared by the inmates during the Diwali. And we had a very good sale of all these products in the 22 sector store. So we are having an outlet naming Nav Srijan, which is given by the government to jail department, and all the products, all these sweets which are being prepared, they are sold at that outlet. So this is some of the these pots which are being prepared. Other than that, wooden posters, wooden trays, as well as the handcraft items are being prepared by the inmates. A few of them are having very good hand at the painting as well. So the canvas painting, this is the pebble paintings, and they are being done by them. We get them framed and we are selling them at our Navs regional store. So such lampshades, they are also being prepared by the inmates. The wooden frame is prepared in the factory part, and the lampshade is painted and prepared by the inmates in the art gallery. These are the wooden posters. We also have a very well-established sweet section in which we are preparing the different sweets like milk cake, barfi, laddu, amarti, and different sweets are being prepared. Other than that, sandwiches, samosa, namkeen items, matki is also prepared by the inmates. We have hired two halwais who are hired for the full day, and they provide the training to these inmates to prepare these sweets. We are also in the process to upgrade our sweet section. We have already placed an order to buy one khoya mixture and also the cold storage facilities so that we can enhance our production during the festival season. Our sweets are in big demand in the market since we are using the pure desi ghee and pure ingredients are used, and no adulteration or no mixing of any type is being done. And the prices are also very economical, almost half of that of the market. Recently, we have also signed an MOU with the MCM DAV College of Women Sector 36. They are providing us with the professional as well as technical support to set up a bakery unit as well as cookie making unit at the Model Jail, Chandigarh. So, जो घर वाले आटे के biscuits हैं and oats cookies, so different items, we are going to start this unit very soon. They will also conduct the training programs imparting retail skills as well as data entry training to the inmates of the Model Jail, because few of them are educated. So many of the males, they are also appearing through IGNU as well as NIOS. So whoever wants to continue their study or prepare for any sort of competitive exam, we have a library over here and we provide a full support to them in any way which is required. So those who are educated, they are taking classes of illiterate inmates, and a good system has been set up. We are also in touch with few of the NGOs who are frequently coming to the Budel jail and providing the computer, this data entry training and steno and other typing training to the inmates. These are some of the glimpses of the sweet section. This project has gained a lot of popularity amongst the people. That's a candle making project. So we have used very refined perfumes to make these candles, and they are the scented candles being prepared by the inmates. In Diwali, we had a very good sale of all these products. So we have tried to make them on as much professional scale as possible. On Holi, our gulal is always in a big demand. They are the organic colors and so always they are safe for the skin, so always in a good demand. Other than that, we have an envelope making project going on in the Budel jail. So these are Raddi from all the different departments is coming to the Budel jail, and we have trained the inmates to prepare these envelopes, and we are also selling it in a bulk supply. This is a tailoring section. We have high quality finger machines in our setup, and inmates are stitching the kurta pajamas as well as shirts. We are also going to start the unit for stitching of the cushions and other things. We are hiring one trained professional master for them, who is providing them the professional training so that they can reach the levels which are being desired. So these are few of the products which are being made in the jail factory. This is a Lee Corbusier chair, which is a sort of heritage thing of the Chandigarh. It's in a big demand. Even some of the NRIs and foreigners, they always visit our store, and they always demand such type of chairs. And we always have a good response for them. Other than that, there are orders of the Chandigarh administration that in schools, the entire furniture will be procured from the Budel jail only. So all the school benches and everything is prepared by the inmates in the jail. So we are in the process of upgrading the jail factory, and we have placed the order on the GEM to procure some of the modern machines, so that we can now enter the areas of the MDF, making the furniture by using the MDF boards as well, workstations and others, so that we can by more of the computation, we will be able to give the bulk orders, as we will be able to take the bulk orders as well. So this is the glimpse of our store at the sector 22. This is a prime region of the prime market of the Chandigarh. So we are displaying all our products, as well as sweet sections, as well as different products being prepared by the inmates. So average sale is quite high now. During Diwali, we had a sale of around 8 to 10 lakh rupees, so which was quite appreciable. This is a small short video that has been prepared, showing the different sections of the production unit of the Budel. So by doing all this, our intention is only to promote the skill development amongst them, so that whenever those who are under trials, who are here for a very short period, so they would be able to learn some skill during their stay in the Budel jail. And once they move out, we also try to integrate them with the society, and we have already conducted some of the camps of the different departments in our Budel jail, whereby we try to make them aware of the schemes of the different departments, like in which schemes they can avail few loans also. Social welfare के हमने camps कराए हैं ताकि उनको different schemes के बारे में बता सके. So in case they go back and any one of them they need some sort of assistance, then we try to support them after their release as well, which not only helps in their rehabilitation in the society, but it definitely helps to develop and increase their morale. So these were the few glimpses of the various skill initiatives being undertaken at the Budel jail, Chandigarh. Thank you all of you. Thanks a lot.
थैंक यू मैडम, वेरी गुड प्रोजेक्ट। इनफैक्ट ये लर्निंग वर्किंग का काफी अच्छा इनका एनवायरनमेंट है। इससे उनकी जो डेली फ्रस्ट्रेशन है वो भी कम होगी और वे अल्टीमेटली एक सिविलाइज्ड लाइफ जीने में उनको सहायता मिलेगी। ये
जी
बहुत ही अच्छा प्रयास है। इनफैक्ट ऐसा क्या आपको मतलब किसी और जेल में भी ऐसा है क्या?
सर, कुछ एक्टिविटीज तो तिहाड़ जेल में भी जैसे करवाई जाती हैं और भी जेल्स में करवाई जाती हैं, लेकिन हम यहाँ पर पूरी कोशिश करते हैं सर कि जितना भी टाइम यहाँ पर है वो इंगेज रहे, क्योंकि जिस माहौल में वो है, एक फ्रस्ट्रेशन है, एक डिप्रेशन है, तो जितनी वो टाइम इंगेज रहते हैं उससे एटलीस्ट उनका एक जो माइंडसेट है वो इम्प्रोवाइज जरूर होता है। तो हम कोशिश करते हैं कि शाम के 5 बजे तक वो अपना काम करते रहें। दिवाली या बाकी फेस्टिवल सीजन में तो हम उनको डबल वेज देकर मतलब 8-8 बजे तक भी उन्होंने काम किया है। सो विद लिटिल बिट ऑफ मोटिवेशन एंड लिटिल बिट ऑफ पुश दे आर एबल टू डू गुड जॉब। बाकी ऐसी एक्टिविटीज और भी जेल्स में होती है। आई एम नॉट श्योर कि सारी कितनी किस में करवाई जाती है, लेकिन बुड़ैल जेल मॉडल जेल होने की वजह से यहाँ पर काफी कोशिश की जाती है कि बेस्ट जो फैसिलिटीज हैं उनको दी जाएं।
नहीं, डेफिनेटली इससे उनका कॉन्फिडेंस लेवल भी बढ़ेगा और उनका जब यहाँ से रिलीज होंगे तो उनको भी एक अच्छा फीडबैक मिलेगा।
जी जी
वेरी
सर।
वेरी गुड, वेरी गुड, वेरी गुड।
थैंक यू सर। थैंक यू।
थैंक यू प्लीज।
Sincere efforts you have put in, and I don't have any specific question to ask.
थैंक यू सर।
Thank you, ma'am. So now we can.
This project is aimed to get students closer to police and also make them render service to the society, and also to make the police aware of what students' potential is and how best we can use their services. Next. Is the screen visible, sir?
Yes, ma'am, it's visible, ma'am.
So it's a unique public-private partnership. Here we are taking only the students who are above 18 years of age, and every day they will serve for 1 hour with the police, be it in traffic or in law and order policing or with women protection cell. They will be rendering their services through traffic regulation along with the traffic cops, or they will be moving on the roads, especially near the places where eve-teasing happens. And also they create awareness to the public about cyber crimes and other frauds. They are also creating awareness to the public about various laws. Apart from this, whatever illegal activities are happening in their campus, these students will report to us, like ragging or usage of drugs. All this they will be reporting to us. But all these campus cops, they will be monitored by their college principals also. It's not that they are out of the college. With the college permission, they are coming to us and daily they are rendering the services for 1 hour. So there is a unique app which is designed by the AP Police, that is Disha application. This is like an SOS facility wherein any woman in distress, if she calls that police over this Disha app, or if she shakes this application for thrice, the police will arrive within no time. So we are creating this awareness of Disha application, how to install it, how to use it, not only with police, but these campus cops are also involved in creating the awareness and getting this application registered in the mobile phones. They are also given training on various other aspects. So the main aim is to inculcate them a sense of responsibility, and also to know them about how the police functions, and wherever areas we can use them, we are using. Not only for traffic regulation and law and order, creating awareness about various laws. In future, we are going to use them for crowd control also, sir. Please. So this is the criteria. Only those who are above the age of 18 years, both boys and girls from reputed college, that too certified, their list have to be sent through college principals only. And here we are not taking any final year students. We will train them for 5 days. After 5 days, their real service starts. Every day from their college, depending on their schedule and the holidays and exams, they will be coming in batches and will be rendering 1 hour of service. In the training, they will be given awareness about traffic rules, and there are also other programs where the guest lectures were imparted by experts. And apart from that, even police officers have given them knowledge about POCSO Act, that is prohibition of sexual offenses against children, and NDPS, that is drug related. What are the punishments when the youth use or transport drugs like ganja, which is mainly rampant among the college students, and also what are the punishments for ragging and malpractices during the examination, that is AP Prohibition of Malpractices Prevention Act. All this about the legal topics are also, they were given awareness through police officers. So these are the various topics which were important during their training, that is important laws, cyber crimes and citizen charters, traffic regulations, and social issues like a child marriage and how to confront them, and motivational classes, and priority will be given to them in the future trainings. That is, we are planning to give to them the police recruitment notification comes, we are planning to give priority to these campus corps. And the in charges, who are the in charges is the principal of the college, student in charge of that college, and also NCC in charge of the college. They will be coming as a leader with that group from each college. So this project started on July 4th, 2022, and around 315 students from 38 colleges, both government and private engineering colleges, degree colleges, they joined this campus corps. This is a pilot project which initially started in 2 towns, that is Srikakulam and Tekkali. Here in the training, we have given them orientation towards government jobs, IAS, IPS, Group 1, etc. And also how to collect information regarding all the antisocial activities, and informing to the college heads as well as the police. And they are also acting as cyber warriors by intimating to the police any malicious activity, because youth will be part of many groups, both in Instagram and in WhatsApp. So if they find out any malicious or suspicious activity, then they will be informing us. And they are also participating in the social work, traffic control, and crowd control. Crowd control, as of now, we haven't implemented, but in future we want to utilize them in crowd control also. And awareness to the public, eve teasing, etc. All these they are doing now. Right now, they are rendering the services. These are the topics which were covered in the 5 days training schedule: time management, crime against women, fitness, positive thinking, ragging, all the malpractices in the examinations, personality disorders through a psychiatrist, POCSO cases, Old Age Parents Care and Protection Act, self-defense, cyber crimes, and leadership, health education, communications, public speaking. Various experts from different fields and also police officers have given this training. This training was given in 2 schedules, one at Kasibugga in a different schedule, and one at Srikakulam. Sorry, Tekkali and Srikakulam. Next. So those were the guest lectures, and those were the eminent personalities who have given this training. Yeah, please. So these are some of the glimpses of how the training went, sir. District collector, joint collector, district judge. Few people joined, 3 or 4 persons, experts joined over Zoom. Yeah. Next. So we also developed a web application. This is designed recently to monitor the attendance, sir, whether they are coming regularly or not, where they are working, to calculate the man hours, number of hours service rendered by them. Yeah, please. So they are divided into different groups and allotted them to each police station. Next. So this is the web application where each student is assigned a one ID, and wherever they are working, that officer, the police station in charge, they will be having the username and password for this web application. They will give present or absent. Next. Here you can see the last person absent, first person absent, like that. So this is the real field service they are giving, sir. They are, we can recognize them with the caps we have given to them. The caps with printed with the logo Campus Corps. They are helping the police in different aspects. Yes, please. Next. Next. These are in vernacular language. Sorry, I couldn't gather the English papers. This is a small video, sir. Just a few seconds. We organized their transport also. Registration process. Campus and area purchase Madina function order mandatory small children maybe
Leadership is the capacity to translate vision into reality. First rule of leadership, everything is your part. This is
self-defense training. Later they practiced with this also. This was only a demo. So with this campus corps, now we are able to, because of the shortage of force, we were unable to get these Disha application registrations done regularly, and even the day beats, especially near colleges, girls' colleges, and the areas where more girls will be moving. In all these areas, now these campus corps services are being utilized, and even they are helping the police in traffic regulation also. So we are hopeful that with more number of students joining in the campus corps, definitely police are going to give better service to the society. Only one thing, final year students are not allowed to work as campus corps. Though they have showed interest, we don't want them because of their examinations. We don't want the final year students to get involved as a campus corps. And we hope that this will spread to all other towns also in future. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. I think it is a good initiative. It will create responsible citizens in future for the society and better informed society. Excellent work. Thank you, please.
Thank you, sir.
Ma'am, have you tried to take up NCC students?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. NCC, more number of NCC students shown interest, and they also joined here. Even the NCC trainer, he is also one of the expert who was called.
Okay, good enough. If NCC students are being called for and they have access to a system.
Yes,
And
sir.
what about integrating retired government officers to help you out, because they are also active, most of them after 60 years nowadays, they are active up to 70 years. The government allows them to teach, like in teaching profession, we can teach up to 70 years. So why not to use that force as well?
Sir, can you please repeat, sir? You want the one who are below 18 years?
Below 70 years, like teachers can teach up to 70 years in India.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So,
we are taking all experts from different fields. We are taking their services to help them. But this is only for the topics which are needed for them, because it's only 5 days training. We have confined ourselves to these topics where experts of only those fields are called, sir. If that you can see one senior officer who is retired from army, he has also given them about he motivated about leadership.
no, I'm saying that why don't you use retired government officers to work as you are using the student to work for you?
Okay, senior cops, like campus cops, you want senior cops. Definitely, sir, definitely. We will, yeah, it's an innovative idea. Definitely, we'll start that also, sir. Because only thing, sir, students are going to be the future citizens. We thought if they are well disciplined and if they work with police, definitely they won't commit any crimes. Theirs is the future. That's the idea. We wanted a more number of students to work with us, but your idea is will also be taken, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, I just wanted to submit that if senior of government officers or the middle level government officer who has retired from, they understand the government system and the policies and rules very well.
Better, well, yes, sir.
If they could be trained and then they subsequently start training the youth
Yes,
for
sir.
youth. So that sort of system, if we could develop, then it will become a self-sustaining, and your focus will be on policing, and then side by side you can build up a new system.
Definitely, sir. It will be considered, sir. Thanks for the idea.
Thank you very much for enlightening us with a very novel idea. It's a good efforts, and every state should take up this type of work along with their regular work.
Thanks.
All the best to you. Thank you.
So, ours is an organization which has armed police as well as state disaster response force, as well as the special armed reserve, and total number of officers and men are around 9,000 who are employed in different law and order deployments across the states. Some of them are also deployed in the state of Telangana. Now, what we observed, why this project? We observed that although these people, officers and men, they are expected to fight, they're fighting Naxalites in jungles, any unruly mobs, they have to disperse them, riots, they have to quell. Also, the state disaster response force officers and men have to save lives during disasters. All these jobs require fitness. They need to be healthy and fit. But to our amazement, we found when I joined that these people, many of them are totally unfit for the job, and most of them are very unhealthy also. One reason we found is they are always on work, official duty. They don't have any free time to do exercise. Besides, they are under highly stressful conditions. And finally, they often have to work outdoors for days together. They don't have home cooked food. They have to eat oily food, whatever food is available outside, which is often unhealthy. So combination of all these factors, poor diet and no time for exercise, no physical exercise, but they have to stand in a place for days till the crowd is dispersed, or they have to remain camped in a particular location. All these combined together contributing to their being overweight, obese, and being extremely unhealthy and physically unfit. When we looked at surveyed 7,186 people, we found that out of them, 4,503, that is almost 63%, were either obese or overweight. Now we decided to find out how to scientifically say whether they are obese or overweight or normal weight or underweight. Then we came to the concept of BMI. Now, body mass index or BMI, where we divide the person's weight in kilograms by the square of that person's height in meters. It's a good indicator of whether a person is overweight, proper weight, or underweight, or obese. So below 18.5 is underweight, 18.5 to 24.9 is normal weight, 25 to 29.9 is overweight, and 30 or above is obese. And it's common knowledge that today, in today's world, non-communicable diseases, they are causing more deaths than deaths from other causes, like communicable diseases like malaria, dengue, encephalitis, or pneumonia, any other infections. Any of them are communicable diseases. And then there are accidents, there are murders, suicides, but all these fade in comparison to the number of people dying from heart attacks, dying from sudden cardiac deaths, dying from cancer. All these are non-communicable diseases, and many of them, like diabetes mellitus complications, many die from uncontrolled diabetes mellitus. So diabetes, India is now said to be having the dubious distinction of becoming the diabetes capital of the world. So it is known that diabetes, mellitus, heart attack, brain stroke, arthritis, liver disease, different types of cancer, hypertension, high cholesterol, sleep apnea, that is breathlessness during sleep, all these are linked to overweight. So therefore, we decided to take it up as our top priority in our all these organizations to make our people healthy, fit, and thus to improve their performance. So in every unit, we dedicated some people who were allotted this task, who were trained, who were motivated to encourage people to do exercise daily and reduce their weight in case they're obese or overweight. We identified people who are in that category of overweight and obese, and started daily exercise and training for them. Jogging, running, skipping, yoga, freehand activities, and dietary changes also. Based on their personal body profiles, we customize their programs. And every month, at the end of every month, I at my level monitored the progress in reduction of BMI of these people who are overweight or obese. The people who are, we are also taking motivation classes for them, because people who are obese or overweight, they take a lot of time to reduce weight. And many of them have addiction to salty and fried and sweet food. So motivation is needed, constant counseling by dietitian is needed. So multi-pronged strategy was adopted so that we can help them reduce their body weight and become healthy and fitter. So, and the commandant of each unit who succeeded in doing so in a particular month, who could show considerable progress, I have been issuing a commendation certificate to each such commandant, so that they are motivated and there's a competitive spirit among all those commandants to achieve this goal every month, so that there is constant reduction in the number of obese and overweight people in our units. So the result is there for all of us to see. So the program was started on 23rd of March of this year. So $4,503 was the number of people who were found to be overweight or obese as on 23rd of March. As on date, the number has come down to 4,022. So 10.7% over the last 6 months. So it will be 7 months, March end to October end, 7 months. Over the last 7 months, 10.7% have come from overweight or obese range to normal weight category. And if we look at the benefits, so one research conducted in Oxford University found that moderate obesity reduces life expectancy by 3 years, and severe obesity reduces life expectancy by 10 years. Thus, this project, through this project, we are able to increase the lifespan of these people. Efficiency, it doesn't need explanation why they have become fitter and more efficient. They have increased their stamina, and their quality of life has improved. They're having less days of hospitalization. They are spending less on their medical needs. They are having savings. We interact with their families, the families of people who have been able to reduce their body weight. Their family members are happier. Not only they are happier, their family members are also feeling happy that yes, after a lot of struggle, throughout these years we could not motivate him. Now, over the last 6 months, he has been motivated. It has been made his official duty to reduce his body weight and become fitter. And now he is fit and he is healthier, and the entire family is happy. Before I end, I must mention that this is a project which I think can be and should be implemented in every organization, especially the military, paramilitary, and police organizations in the country, because the common refrain is police people are pot-bellied and they are unfit, and that impression should go. Police should not only be healthy and fit, but also should appear to be fit and healthy. That's how we can even improve the image of the police in the public eye. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. You have scientifically proved it and reduced the number. Very good. You have quoted the Oxford University research findings. In fact, it is a very good project, and we also take any motivation from you. In fact, it is a very good project, and in police forces particularly, because of long hours, they feel frustrated, and their behavior also gets sometimes irrational. So very good. Excellent work, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. For that.
Sir, instead of doing some initiative by the department, is it not possible to link the salary, incentives, promotion to fitness, so that every employee or every police personnel take care of this thing by himself or herself?
Sir, it's a good idea, sir, but it will not be possible, because the moment we link it to salary, people will go to court. Because when people were recruited, it was not made a condition that their salary every year or their increment or any of the allowances will be linked to their fitness and their body weight. So now, in the middle of their career, if we start introducing this particular clause or anything, people will immediately go to court and obtain stay. That will be, they will say it is violation of our.
Sir, I fully agree with you. We cannot do like this. But if recruitment rules are changed for future generations or personnel going to be recruited now, that could perhaps help us, because I think in military or in Air Force, I'm not aware about it, but they must have built in some mechanism so that the personnel becomes fit. That's why most of the Army or Air Force or Navy personnel are always, they look fit, because some incentives are given to them, or some disincentives are there. So
they have short service commission. So unlike police, who join say at 18, 19, 20, 21 or 22 and serve till 60 years, they usually phase out a lot of people after they reach a particular age. That's how people are phased out. By the time they become unfit, they're phased out of army, the military organizations. So that is one reason why we see Army, Navy, and Air Force personnel quite fit, because they are young and fit. Actually, with age, people become more and more unfit. And in my personal opinion, sir, this issue of fitness is not only important for police, paramilitary, or military organizations. It is important for every citizen of India. So it should be taken as in Hindi, we call it muhim, as in a mission mode.
Definitely, you are right, sir. But only thing we are here looking for innovation. If the government keeps on doing so many activities and your main job is for policing, not for providing fitness to the employees, that is add-on to a particular thing. So anyway, thank you very much. Thanks
Yes,
a
sir.
lot.
Just like to mention, sir,
Please.
the people who are in the headquarters, when they are in the headquarters not doing job outside, only those people are being subjected to this intensive training and motivation so that they can come down, their weight can come down. People who are in the field, we are not touching them. That's why out of around 9,000 people, only 7,000 people we could bring about under this project during this last 7 months. So as you rightly said, sir, we cannot compromise with the work. Without compromising with the work, we have brought about this innovative method of making them healthier and fitter. And our suggestion is this particular project, if it is implemented in every organization, and as you rightly said, sir, if it can be introduced in the recruitment rules in the future, that is in the hands of the government, both central and state, obviously it will lead to a sea change in the quality of people we'll see in the future, sir. Thank you, sir.
Health aspect. The jury, good evening, sirs. This is Vishal Gundi. I belong to 2010 batch of the IPS. I'm presently serving as the Deputy Commissioner of Police, Vijayawada Commissionerate. I'm representing the Commissioner of Police today, and the initiative that we are here to represent is something called the court monitoring system. I was thinking of ways to open my presentation today, and time and again I had to go back to the ubiquitously quoted quote which says British, justice delayed is justice denied. Now William Gladstone, although he's in his grave turning over, he wouldn't be more right today. At a days when under trial prisoners is the need of the hour, it has become the bane of our system in the judiciary. At the same time, when police are supposed to be they're seen as supermen who are supposed to hold answers to every single problem that the citizenry are coming up with, we have no other option but to come up with an innovative solution to ensure that the justice is rendered on time, or at least an effort is made to ensure that the justice is made on time. As the jury members and all the other officers know, the police starts off with the investigation, and then the ball is let roll into the court of the judiciary. But here we play the role of a referee, we play the role of an initiator, we play the role of an commentator and everything to ensure that the last mile in the judicial system is taken up. So what we here in Vijayawada city did was, we observed that once the charge sheet has been filed, it is important that the last mile is also traveled along with the complainant to ensure speedy trial. Now, the two sides of the coin, one is the accused, so that he doesn't end up being an under trial prisoner, and right on the other side of the coin, it is the complainant who seeks a speedy redressal to his problem. Now, what we did was, there was an old system that was outdated, which ensured that from every police station, the SHO monitors the complete system from end to end. Now, as I've been telling, police often, especially the sub-inspector or the SHO level, he's touted as the Superman. He has to take care of the crime, he has to take care of the VIP visits, he has to take care of the investigations, and again come back and do the bandobast duties as well. Now, at a time when we are speaking about differentiating between law and order and crime, at a juncture where there is huge, humongous shortage of manpower, the court monitoring system, we thought will redress this problem to a large extent. So what we observed is that once the charge sheet has been filed, every single SHO was pumping in almost 3 to 4% of his staff into this process of ensuring the process of judiciary takes over, that is charge sheet and thereafter. Not only was it resulting in a huge loss of manpower, but also every time an SHO was transferred, every time a new SHO came in, there was discontinuity of the system, there was discontinuity of the case, there was discontinuity with the contact with the complainant and with the SHO. So what we did was we formed something called a court monitoring system. Instead of every SHO contributing his manpower, we have a centralized system, a repository of people who know the system, headed by a DSP rank officer, a rank of an inspector, and up till the rank of A. So we ensured that the system is put in place. So what we did was we nominated these officers from DSP to the constabulary position, who will keep track of the case as and when it happens in real-time basis, in close liaison with the judicial system. So the main objective of our session was to ensure that the effective monitoring of the post-investigation process takes place. That was number one. And number two, at a time when there is humongous shortage of manpower, we wanted to utilize the policing for core policing activities of prevention of crime. Next slide, please. Now, as you have seen, we saw a huge requirement, that is almost 80% of manpower was reduced with the implementation of the court monitoring system. As I've already told and I've gone through this, there were 28 personnel who runs the system, whereas in the previous system, as many as 148 people were required to run the whole system. And I've already gone through these points. It is run by an ACP rank or a DSP rank officer. Assuming we are on the same slide, I'll start off. I've already explained how the structure is, headed by a DSP and then all the inspectors and then the ASIs and constables. I want to just take you into a deep dive into how the process is. Can we go to the next slide? So I'll explain the process. Usually what happens in policing is, once the investigation procedure and the charge sheet is filed, the SHO along with the public prosecutor takes up the arguments of the cases. Now here what we did was, the CMS staff of the respective court, what they did, they end up taking up the CD files from the SHO. Now one constable will be headed who takes care of all the, for example, if it's a chief metropolitan magistrate, now all the cases falling within this court's ambit or jurisdiction is monitored by one officer in the rank of, say, sub-inspector or ASI. So this way he has complete control over what the cases are, what are the days of filing, what are the judgments that are to be delivered, what are the dates of the hearing, what are the cases that are to be filed for the day, or any other documentation. So he has complete control over the process of the judiciary. Now, once the framing of charges takes place, the court or the schedule or the trial begins. Now, from here onwards, the liaison between the SHO and the court monitoring starts here. Now, what happens is, usually when a new SHO takes over, there is a disconnect, as I've already been telling you. Now, this disconnect is answered or rendered to and is resolved by ensuring that one single window, or we can call it a single person, access to all the cases that are in motion. For example, he takes up the court dates, who are the witnesses to be called, what are the things to be briefed, and what are the main issues that need to be addressed in front of the public prosecutors. Next. Now, sir, what are the major takeaways of this project? The major takeaways is that, sir, what we have seen is that the rate of summons, execution of the warrants, and production of the witness, it became a much more well-oiled system that ensured that the PT cases are heard on time without much of delays. At the same time, the major output or takeaway from this initiative was that, sir, the percentage of conviction saw a great jump. Now, I've been telling you there are various reasons in the judiciary and on the policing side, and the inefficiencies of both, on the legal side as well as the police side were responsible for low conviction rate, be it from, haphazard investigation to non-following up with the dates and the legal procedures, to many other reasons, which for paucity of time I shall not be delving into. So, but all these cases, the major takeaway was the percentage of conviction saw a hike. There was speedy disposal of pending trial cases. At the same time, the trial proceedings which we saw, the exhibits, the marking of the exhibits, the filing of the important documents, everything were happening in time. Even once the accused were finished off with their questioning, we also saw that the other side, the public prosecutors, were well informed. what we needed to liaison with the the magistrates, everything fell in place and was juxtaposed properly with the judicial system. Next, please. The CMS also, sir, it ensured that the SHOs were in time informed when to pass or when to file remand reports, or when to file, when there was an issue required, or when there was, when there was a remand extension that was required. So the remand extension was done. And if there is a charge sheet that needs to be tendered on time, especially during the 90 period time, certain important special and local laws, these were also conveyed to the SHOs and they were alerted to file the charge sheets on time. If I can give you a brief data that concurs to my all the points that I've been speaking. If you can see a quick data, sir, from 2017 to 21, we have seen an easy jump of 65%, which was there in 2017. In 21, we saw it jump up to 85%, the percentage of convictions. Now, when I see the total number of cases, I also need the jury to keep in mind that this was the COVID years where the courts weren't functioning in full swing. At the same time, the enforcement officers, that is the police, were taking up a lot of COVID related activities and duties. So we were engrossed in that. So keeping that in mind, the last 3 or 2.5, 3 years, we were very happy to see that 2021 results show as much of 85% jump in terms of conviction. Next. Now, sir, just I wanted to highlight this. In the last 10 months, we have seen as many as 28 cases end up in conviction, with 2 lifers, 2 life till death, and 1 lifer. Now, when I say 28 cases, sir, we all know that, let us all accept on this forum that the conviction rates are abysmally poor in our country. And Andhra, to be, it's a matter of pride for me and Andhra Pradesh Police that we top the country in terms of conviction rates. At the same time, we also top the country in terms of charge sheets being filed on time, especially when it's women-related cases. So taking that pride forward, the Vijayawada Commissionerate, 28 cases in the year 22, 10 months, shows and speaks volumes for itself. Hopefully, in the days to come, in the months to come, with many more cases where judgments are yet to be passed, we will be surpassing this and we'll be doing better than what we did in the year that was in the predecessing year. Next. So these cases, I also made a brief touchdown upon Lok Adalat cases. The reason I do this is because this court monitoring system drives the Lok Adalat cases as well. Now, as of this year, on 31/10/2022, 17,000 cases were disposed. In fact, it was one of the top in the state of Andhra Pradesh recently. The reason I take pride in this data, and I've specifically flagged this as a part of success initiative of CMS, is the fact that every single case which was compoundable, we ensured that 17,000 cases were reduced, which were compoundable cases. Otherwise, this 17,000 would have snowballed and added up to the pending trial cases, with already judiciary being burdened with so much of pendency of cases. I'm sure we are a step forward and we have acted in close liaison with the judiciary and ensured that these 17,000 cases were reduced. So hopefully, sir, that's all from my side. And as I've already told, this small initiative from Vijayawada Police will go a long way, not only in ensuring that the pending trial or the PT cases, and goes a long way in ensuring that the PT cases are reduced, pending trial cases are reduced, but also in swift justice is meted out to all the people who need that. So thank you, sir. That's all from my side here.
Very good project, sir. In fact, during your initial slides, you have mentioned that when an SHO is transferred, then who will take his court cases to the court?
So usually what happens, sir, when a new SHO takes over, the SHO is supposed to brief the incumbent SHO or the incoming SHO as to the facts of the case. As you know, sir, the system is such complicated and the cases are so complicated and the volume of the cases are such huge that somewhere it is lost in translation. For example, if there are 10 murder cases in a police station, briefing every single case to a particular incumbent SHO taking over, it's an Herculean task. and somewhere it is lost in translation, the seriousness of the issue, or with the burden of work upon himself, as I was telling, be it VIP duties, be it bandobast duties, or any other of that sort, we will be taking a lot of load. So this system ensures continuity of that, and at one level, and it ties up the judiciary on the other side, so that the continuity is maintained.
Shall we presume that the previous SHO will represent the case in the court?
He shall, sir. He shall, in case he is called in for evidence. He shall, in case where key evidence is required, he shall be called by the judiciary. He does come and give out his witness and his evidences. He does depose his evidence. But then following up of the case, what is the stage of the case? How far briefing of the list witnesses, as we call them, the key witnesses. This all needs to be owned up. So when a new SHO comes up, that discontinuity is seen. So that is where the CMS plays a very vital role in ensuring all these people are tied up and the efficiency of the system goes up.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, very good initiative to improve the system. I don't have any specific question. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
The project wherein we have to say no to desertion. So the same organizations that I am heading, sir, 8 battalions and 1 central armed reserve, special armed reserve, and state disaster response force. So all these people we have covered under this project. Now, coming to why this project, before that we must look at what is desertion. Sir, in army, desertion is a very serious problem. It is considered to be a very serious offense. Under Article 38 of the Army Act, if someone deserts the force during war, the punishment can be death sentence, after court martial. Even during peace times, the punishment given is very serious, severe punishment up to years of imprisonment, not less than 7 years. In paramilitary and in the police, desertion is not such a serious crime, but continuous desertion can lead to removal from service. Besides, one has to face punishment after disciplinary proceedings. In addition, the strength of the force comes down if someone commits desertion. Now, in police parlance, desertion means unauthorized absence from duty exceeding 21 days. When I joined this force, I found that a lot of people are on desertion or on unauthorized leave that is about to become desertion. As a result, the force is facing shortage of manpower, and the people who are on the verge of committing desertion or who have committed desertion, once they come back, they face serious problems. What are the problems? That also we'll look at. One is disciplinary proceedings, so penalty is imposed. Number 2, that police person becomes ineligible for promotion to the higher rank or for conversion from the armed police to the district armed reserve. And 1 year, I took the statistics of 1 year preceding this, the date we launched this project. We had launched this project since October 2020. We found that 176 people had deserted the force in 1 year. And this has caused all these problems. Now, we went to the root cause of desertion. Why desertions are happening? We found the major cause is refusal to grant leaves. A policeman requests for leave because of his own ill health or ill health of his wife, children, parents, or close relatives, or because he has some pressing problem at home. Home is definitely far away from where he is working. But in police and paramilitary, there is always a disinclination to grant leave to the lowest rank people, the constables, on flimsy grounds. No, there is serious problem. We need people. We cannot afford you to leave. and we refused them leave. On the other hand, the senior officers, that also I found, when we need leave, we manage to get leaves when we are concerned. But when we need to grant leave to the junior officers, to the subordinates, we become very stingy and refuse to grant leave on the slightest by taking some flimsy excuse. But they have no other way but to go home and to look after their injured or diseased family members or some pressing problem at home. So they go on unauthorized leave, and if the problem is not solved, after 21 days, it automatically becomes desertion. The solution I found was, if we grant leaves liberally, the way we expect leaves to be granted to us, senior officers, the same way, if we grant leaves to the junior rank officers up to the level of constables, the number of desertions and unauthorized leave will come down drastically. That with that point in mind, we started this project Desertion Urdu. We kept on visiting every unit and kept on telling everyone that leave is your right. Unless there is emergency, you will be granted leave. I gave my phone number to all constables in all units. If you are denied leave, please let me know. We will find out if it is being denied for genuine reasons or on flimsy pretext. We will ensure that leave is granted to you so that you need not go on desertion. So these are the problems we have already said, why, because of desertion, how our people suffer and how the force suffers. And this 1 year of continuous desertion leads to automatic removal from service. So after this project was initiated, every unit, we said, you appoint a desertion control officer who will daily assess the number of people who are on unauthorized leave. And the same statistics every day comes online to me. It is on my desktop. Every day I look at the number of desertions and the number of people on unauthorized leave in every unit under my control. Now the task of this desertion control officer will be to talk to these people who are on unauthorized leave, and if they are on leave because leave has not been granted, the commandants have been instructed, please grant them leave so that their leave becomes authorized, so that they don't go on desertion. Let them take the leave they want, they genuinely require, and after that, convince them to come back and report for duty. For people who are also on desertion, even them we are convincing, okay, desertion has happened, but even then, please come and join duty immediately. We will try to help you out so that our strength, the manpower, increases. So as I already said, we are doing a daily monitoring through this online mechanism. And I am personally calling up at random people who are on desertion or on unauthorized leave and trying to find out whether this mechanism, this project is working well or not, whether they are being conducted by desertion control officer, and if they are still unable to come back, what is the problem? So all the entire force under me has been covered under this project. And if we look at the results, we will find that number of people who were on desertion from 176. Next year, it came down to 125. So the percentage in reduction was 29%. And this year, it has come down to 73. The percentage of reduction from last year to this year has been almost 48%. So there is a staggering reduction in the number of desertions. As a result, there is concomitant increase in the strength, the manpower, so that we can do our duties more effectively. And the people are facing less punishment. They are getting promotions and getting conversions. The force is much happier. The results are speaking for themselves. Number of promotions has increased from 262 to 361. The number of conversions has increased from 265 to 281. And the best part is this particular initiative can be replicated in every military, every paramilitary, and every police organization of the country, The other day I was delivering a talk to another organization, another police organization. When I discussed this project, they said that this is the most innovative project they have heard of, and they immediately wanted to know the nitty-gritties about this project so that they could also implement the same in their own police organization. Thank you, sir.
Very good initiative, sir. In fact, I have seen and we also read in newspaper that policemen become so violent and they have very resentment about their senior officers. Sometimes even they kill their senior officers with their service rifles. It has gone to up to that extent. Not only in military, in police force, in military as well as in police forces. Your initiative is excellent, sir. But just for a curiosity, how many people have called you on your mobile number which you have provided?
Sir, it may be of less relevance particular to this project, but let me tell you, sir, I am the DG Vigilance and Enforcement of the state. I have given my phone number to all the public of the state to tell me about any irregularity in any part of the state regarding vigilance and corruption. This number I have shared not only with all people in my units, but also with their family members. I am also the head of Home Guards organization. I have shared this number, my personal number, with all Home Guards in the state, 15,000 Home Guards and their family members. And I daily receive calls from morning till midnight, even sometimes beyond midnight, from Home Guards, police constables, even their family members, even their relatives, about any problem concerning personal as well as family as well as official problems. And I try to solve these problems on a personal basis, sir. So this Direction Urdu, my phone number is not only available to them, it is available to every subordinate under me and to every public in the state, sir.
Very good, sir. Very good. In fact, very few police officers are like this. Those who care about their subordinates. Excellent work, sir. Thank you, please.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, I really appreciate your efforts that you have taken it on personal level, but we should build up a system that it should work itself. Whenever, even if you are not there, if second officer comes in your place when you are transferred in central level or somewhere you go for a long training, then the system should work. So what is that mechanism you have put in place so that even if you are not there, then the things will not go wrong?
Yes, sir. Sir, this giving of phone number, that is a very personal decision. I am sure my successor will not do it. But other than this system of desertion control officer who is calling up every person on who is on unauthorized leave or on desertion daily and trying to find out why he is not coming to report for duty and convincing them. This is a systemic improvement that was never here, and that will continue even after I go. That is one. The other thing is this culture of giving leaves liberally. That culture was also not there. So now all commandants, not only commandants, additional commandants, the reserve inspectors, the RSIs, up to the bottom level, they have all been sensitized to the fact that just as we request for leave and we expect leave whenever it is needed, they also are on the same level. We are all equal as human beings. They also need leaves and they also should be granted liberally. So this sensitization I have done over the last 2 years, this has percolated to the ground level. So I'm sure even if tomorrow I'm transferred out, these two things, one, desertion control officer, and two, the culture of liberally granting leaves to everyone, these will continue. And these two particular innovative measures itself, they themselves will take care of the system. The desertions will continue to come down in the days to come, sir.
So second thing, what is the sanction strength and how much officers are in place? So percentage wise, what is the gap?
Sir, yes,
gap?
Yes, sir. Sir, our sanction strength is 14,000, but our available strength is 9,000. So we have this we have this huge gap, this vacancy. But that vacancy problem is there in every district, in every state of the country, sir. So that is one thing that is not in our hands. So that will be, the vacancies can be filled up by the government only, sir.
Yeah, that I understand that, sir. But in that case, if there is a lot of gap, then if officers will keep on sanctioning leaves. So somebody will be pressurized if the officers go on leave randomly.
Very rightly said, sir. We have made a study. We have found that even if, on an average, even if we grant leaves to all people who genuinely need leaves, even then we have enough people to perform their duties, and even then enough people are available in balance to stay in the headquarters to look after the battalion headquarters duties. It was only a matter of ego. It was only a matter of lack of sensitivity. People were not being granted leaves.
So then can I take it like this, that the balance officer which are not been recruited yet, or they are not interested, they are not required?
No, sir. They are required for duties in the headquarters. Every battalion headquarters has numerous duties. For example, maintenance of the koth, that is the armory, maintenance of the motor transport organization, where each vehicle has to be taken care of, maintenance of the office. There are plenty of duties. A battalion headquarters is like a mini township where everyone has his or her allocated duties. They have to continuously perform. No one is without job. But only point is, even if we grant leaves, we have found over the last 2 years, there is no problem in performance of duties. On the other hand, people get more motivated to perform duties in a more efficient manner because they know that they will get leave whenever they need. They did not go and beg or bribe someone to get leave, sir.
Excellent effort, sir. Thank you.